Hello everyone, welcome to ConceptsEra. Today we are going to discuss another caselet based upon number properties. Till now, we have discussed close to 5 caselets to make you understand everything based upon these kind of caselets. I hope you have solved those caselets before looking at this caselet. So from this caselet onwards, we will be discussing close to 3 to 4 caselets based upon number properties to have enough practice on caselets based upon number properties. So let's get started and try to understand what exactly given to us in this caselet and how we supposed to approach these kind of caselets. So if you look at this particular caselet says ConceptsEra provides coaching for classes 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. And it also given to us, it conducts coaching for 5 subjects. So in this particular coaching institute, you are going to learn only about 5 subjects, and those subjects are Hindi, English, Geography, Science and Mathematics. Further, it is also given to us all the subjects are taught in each class. It means for every class, number of subjects are constant, and those number of subjects are 5, and those 5 subjects we know. Further, they are saying the following timetable provides partial information about classes schedules. So that's why half filled table is given to us. So our ultimate objective is to fill this particular table. And finally, they are saying no two standards have same subjects taught in a particular hour. It means every hour we'll be teaching 5 different subjects because we are having 5 subjects. And you can see there are 6 classes here. So out of 6 classes, in 5 classes, these 5 subjects have been taught. And further, some information is given to us. So we have to record this particular information. Through that, we can fill the table. And over that, we are having 3 very basic questions. So we can definitely try out these 3 questions and solve this particular caselet. So we understood from the given caselet, in this particular row, every subject has to be different. And in this particular column, every subject has to be different. And let's move further and put this particular information, which is important one for us, and the given table, and try to fill this particular table in the most efficient manner. So here we go. Here we are having this particular table and the given 4 points, which will definitely help us to fill this particular table. So if you look at here, the first information says each class has 1 hour slot free. That means 5 subjects will be taught, and in one particular class out of 6 classes, there is no class, which is distinct for all the classes. It means every hour we are having only 1 free hour class. That means there is no subjects will be taught in that particular class. Further, they are saying class 9th has a free hour at 10 a.m. So if we see class 9th at 10 a.m., we will not be having any class. So this is a free hour. Information 3 says class 8th has free hour at 8 a.m. So if you look at class 8, free hour is occurring at 8 a.m. And further, they are saying each subject is scheduled in class 10th before class 7th. That means in this particular class, every subject has been taught before this particular class. What we can infer from here? It means I cannot take any subject at this particular position. Why? Because if something will be taught at this particular position, it cannot happen before in class 10th. So nothing will be taught at 7 o'clock in 7th class. Now similarly, you can see if something has been taught here at this particular position, which is 12 o'clock at 10th standard, so nothing will happen after 12 o'clock in 7th class. So definitely nothing will be taught at this particular position. So we got free hour slot for 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th. Now let's move further and see what exactly we can fill here. Now if you see, we have connection between these two, which is 7th and 10th class. So we can fill this particular column first. So if we teach a particular subject here, then this particular subject will be taught in 7th standard at this particular position. Because at the same time, 2 subjects cannot occur, as well as all the subjects are happening in 10th standard before 7th standard. Similarly, we can say if some subject has been taught here, and this particular subject has to be here when it comes to 7th standard. And similarly, we can say now only this and this position So at these two positions, we can fill mathematics because mathematics is happening at this position here. But problem is that if we put mathematics here, then we have to put some different subject at this position, which cannot be Hindi because they cannot occur together at the same time. So if we take some different subject here, then this particular subject is not occurring before in 10th class. So definitely we can say mathematics cannot come here. So math has to be only at this particular position. And similarly, we can say Hindi now only be at this position because Hindi has been taught at this particular position. So it cannot occur before, and remaining two we have already fixed. Now we have filled some of the information which is required. We can move further and fill the remaining information also here. So if you look at English point of view, we know English is happening at this particular position for 8th class. So English cannot happen here and cannot happen here. When English is not happening here, then English cannot happen here also. So when these two places English is not happening, we left with only one place for English for 10th class, and that's happening at 7 o'clock. So English will happen at 7 o'clock here. Now when English will happen here, then for 7th class, English has to be at this particular position. So we have filled English also. Now if you look at science point of view, you can see science cannot occur here because science is happening here at 9th class. So science cannot also be here because these two has to be same. So science will be happening only at this particular position. So we can fix science also. Now we left with only one subject, and the subject is geography. So geography is supposed to come here and supposed to come here. So you can see how easily we filled these two particular rows. So we have to follow a particular process and we can figure out how easily we can fill a particular row or column. Now if you come back to fifth one, in fifth one, what exactly we can decode from here? Geography cannot happen here because it is happening at this position. Similarly, we can say geography cannot happen here because happening at this position, and geography cannot happen here because geography is happening in this position. Similarly, we can say science also cannot happen because science is happening at these three positions. So for 5th class, geography and science supposed to happen either at 8 o'clock or at 9 o'clock, and we are not sure about it. So here we can write down, if geography is happening here, then science will be here, and if science is here, then geography will be here, and we are not sure about it. Now after filling this, you can immediately fix your free hour. Free hour is occurring for 10th class at 12 o'clock. So 12 o'clock cannot be free hour here. Similarly, we can say for 9th, free hour is occurring at 10 o'clock. So free hour cannot be here at 10 o'clock for 5th class. So only one place is left out for free hour. It means free hour is happening at 11 o'clock. This is the free hour. And after fixing free hour here, we can definitely fix free hour for 6th class also, because only one place is left out and only one slot is left out, and that is 9 o'clock. After this, we can look at this position and we can fill English very fast. So see, English cannot occur here because it is happening already here, right? And English cannot occur here because it is happening at this particular position. So for English, we left with only this place because English cannot occur here, which is happening at this particular position. So only one place is left out for English, and that place is 9 o'clock for 9th class. So English has to be at this position here. After filling English this, we can look for English in other parts also. So we can see English at this particular position. What we can see from here? English cannot occur here because it is happening at this particular time at 10th class. English cannot occur here because of this reason. And English cannot happen here also because of this particular reason. So for English in 6th class, we left with only one time, and that time is 12 noon. So English will be happening at this particular time. Now, if we look at English only in this particular class, we know English cannot happen here for sure because it is at this particular time it is happening for 6th class. So English has to be at this particular position. When English is here, then Hindi has to be at this particular position. Now after fixing this Hindi, we can look for mathematics here. So we look for mathematics here. So here we can go. So only one position is left out here, and that position should be for mathematics. And when we fix mathematics, we can look this position because only one subject is left out here, and that subject has to be Hindi here. Now in this particular row, we cannot decide here between geography and science. So we can immediately say from here, it is purely based upon 5th class. So on the basis of 5th class, we can fill, if science comes there, then geography has to be here and science has to be here. And other way around, we can fill definitely at this particular class. And definitely here we can write down only 2 subjects are left out. One is a Hindi, other one is mathematics. So Hindi and mathematics we can fill like this. So we are not sure about what exactly gonna come at this position. So this much table we can definitely fill whatever information is given to us. And we can move further, and now we have to look at the question. What kind of the questions are given to us over this particular caselet? And we have to look at the question, and accordingly we have to fill the table if some new information is given to us in the question. So let's move towards question and see how we can approach these questions. So if you look at the first question here, the first question is free hour for 5th class. So free hour for 5th class is happening at 11 o'clock. So for the first question, we can mark answer 11 o'clock. So if you look at second question here, the second question is which is the first subject scheduled for class 6th? And we can see from here, we cannot decide from the given information which subject has been scheduled at 7 o'clock for 6th class. So answer is can't say. Finally, if you look at the last question is if geography is scheduled at 8 o'clock for 5th class, which 2 subjects are scheduled consecutively for class 9th? So if you see, if geography is here, then science has to be here. And when science is here, then geography has to be here. And when geography is here, then science has to be here. Now if you see here, we can see geography is happening at 8 o'clock. Geography is happening at 9 o'clock. Geography is happening at 10 o'clock. Geography is happening at 11 o'clock, and geography is happening at 12 o'clock. The only place where geography is not happening, and that place is 7 o'clock. So 7 o'clock geography supposed to happen at this particular position. So we have fixed geography at 9th standard because geography is here, geography is here, geography is here, geography is here, and geography is here. So only at one place geography is not there, and only one slot geography is not there. So geography supposed to happen there. Now Hindi we cannot put here for sure because Hindi and mathematics is left out. So only math we can put here. So math we can write down here. And what is we left with? Hindi we left with here. So Hindi is happening here. So we filled whole column of 9th class. So if you look at 9th class now, which subjects are happening consecutively? Hindi and geography, no, because Hindi and science are happening consecutively. Similarly, English and science, no, because English and then we are having free slot. Hindi and science, yes, it is definitely happening at consecutively, so that has to be our answer. And finally, science and mathematics, no, it is also not happening. Geography and mathematics are happening consecutively. So you can see how easy it was when you were able to fill few of the places in the given table from the given information, and how easily you can approach questions based upon this particular caselet. So I hope you learned how to approach these caselets, how to connect the given dots and given data, and how we can immediately solve this particular caselet. So I hope now you are becoming slightly expert in the realm of number properties caselets. We will discuss 2 more caselets based upon number properties, and then it will be done forever. Thank you so much, and thanks a lot.